Let's see who is still up. Who is still up? Yeah, this still count at night now. I first go real okay before I come back. Let's address these haters again. So, it won't be too long because time don't go. Me, man, I don't tire, but let's do this. I don't want to leave it to tomorrow. I get other things to do tomorrow. You know, so after my last message to the haters gathered themselves up from that live. They not talk, carry the part of their self where I swear for. You know, many of the bloggers for Nigeria and our generation, the young people like you and I, many of our bloggers, and many of them are bastards. Only a few, maybe 1% of Nigerian bloggers have brain. The remaining are bastards. I repeat. Especially that bastard Insta blog motherfuckers. You see that Insta blog? When I get my Grammy nomination, not a single post, not a word from them, those motherfuckers, but always quick to look for something in my word, to twist it upside down, try and... We have a conflict-creating media full of mad people. You understand? Nigerian bloggers are full of mad people. Maybe only 1% of them have brain. They love conflict. Before I even break down this issue to now completely, I'll show you something. All media in Nigeria, all the media in Nigeria is southern. Not as though they do news, they don't care about newspaper. The major newspapers, media in all of Nigeria, Punch, The Nation, Vanguard, Guardian, TVC, all these radio, TV stations, all of them owned by Southerners. The Southern elites control the news of this country. All these bloggers are their boys, who they are their people that they invest in those blogs. You don't understand that this is a publishing is a game, it's news. So you see all those bloggers when they say that social media independent, na lie. No such thing. They are all investing in it, controlling what they post, controlling what they put out. I can never forget my first encounter with Nigerian blogs was Linda Ikeji. Journalists asked me, "Oh, Seun, you smoke weed? Don't you think you are sending a bad signal?" That's the question the journalist asked me. And I replied, and I said, "What do you mean it's a bad signal? I don't think anything is wrong in smoking weed. Weed makes you calm. In fact, I think everybody should be smoking so that everybody in this country can be calm." Linda Ikeji carried the news, put up for a headline. Seun Kuti said everybody in Nigeria should be smoking weed. Out of context. Took it completely out of context. Why? Why would they take it? Because they want to create conflict. And what kind of conflict? Always conflict among the people. See, always conflict within anywhere when they don't say conflict, no day. Whatever is happening among the Davido, Whiskey, Burna Boy conflict created by the media. You know, but those boys are too young to understand that these people are trying to destroy them, destroy their legacy. If they grow to create a big one, they want to make sure that they destroy it, tarnish it with evil, stupid stories that they continue to bring out among people that doesn't exist. The southern elites want conflict in this country. Now I believe it. Because these people in the media are the Nigerian southern elites have complete control over the media. So if you look at our media, this whole fight we are fighting in this country, this whole fight, we want to get headsmen killing, this one, Yoruba nation, completely fueled by media, conflict creating media. Conflict creating media, that's what we have. We don't have a media that wants to raise consciousness. We don't have a media interested in developing this country. We have a media that is hell-bent on destroying us with conflict. That's what they are interested in. The only thing is to look for where there's peace and go there, create conflict so that they can make little brown envelope from the. So when they now create the conflict, you understand? Look at this game. Oh, they'll create this conflict. So now two sides are now at loggerheads. These fuckers will start going to both sides to be collecting money, to be saying, yeah, what do you want to say? Give me money, let me fire them for you. Oh, yeah, what do you want to say? Give me money, let me fire them for you. This is the mentality of the people that say that Buhari is a bad person. This is the mentality of people that say Osibanjo is a bad person. You see, in this country, I read the Punch, the Nation, I read every day now they buy newspaper. Every day now they read social media. Watch something. Every day in this country, trucks full of petrol, trucks full of cement, having accidents on our express, killing 20 people a day, 30 people a day. I'm not joking. Read, follow the news in this country. Follow the news. But you never hear them shape the news and say, oh, billionaire's truck kills 20 people. Billionaire employee, because when you see headsmen, when you see headsmen, the headsmen are somebody's employees. It is the billionaires of Nigeria that employ these headsmen. Do you understand what I'm saying? It is the billionaires in Nigeria that employ the headsmen. When there's crisis with headsmen, they are billionaires employees. The Nigerian media can shape the news in such a way that Nigerians actually see their enemy. That is these rich people in this country that don't care about anybody. They do everything the way they like. Listen, I am not a journalist. But me, I can ask simple question that can end this headsman crisis. All the cow owners in Nigeria, why don't you call your employees back to base? We are having all this problem in Nigeria. We are having all these issues in Nigeria. Please, everybody that owns cow and employ headsmen, tell your headsmen to stop moving. Tell your headsmen to stop moving. Any headsmen, Mieti Allah should call their headsmen to order. The headsmen, for now, so much crisis, stop moving. Why can't the headsmen? Because they are billionaires, they are too powerful, nobody can talk to them. They won't address issues from those perspectives. They will address it in the way that we Nigerians, instead of seeing our enemies, we will be seeing our enemies among ourselves and be fighting each other every day. And they have created a lot of stupid young people. They have created a lot of stupid young people that have no sense. You understand? So now, young people in Nigeria, due to the misinformation, first we are miseducated. You are in your house trying to get sense, but you are miseducated from your childhood. You have no real education. Now you can't grow, you try to come up from the miseducation. What you go enter from miseducation and misinformation. From miseducation, you enter misinformation. So now, after I expose them, you understand, that my last address to the haters, are you mad? I really expose the media, these motherfuckers a lot. So you paint them. What else can they do? They look for a way to tarnish Seun image. Let me show you people something. Let me show you people something. See this? The Norwegian Nobel Committee expresses its heartfelt thanks to Seun Kuti for your participation in the 2008 Nobel Peace Prize concert. Your music strengthens the work of the Nobel Peace Prize laureates throughout the world. In 2008, when I released my first album, it's not upside down. It's just, the way camera is. I've read it to you. You've heard it. In 2008, when I released my first album, I went to perform at the Nobel Peace Prize uh, you know, this Nobel Peace Prize you talk about. That year, Mati Altisari won, and he picked me as the artist. I mean, big event. It was a Michael Caine and Scarlett Johansson that announced me on stage. You understand what I'm saying? Big event. But does that mean that I will not come back and say that me too have won Nobel Peace Prize? I don't understand. They gave me certificate. Or will I say I won a Nobel Peace certificate? There's no such thing as winning a Nobel Peace certificate. Even though they gave me Nobel Peace certificate, there's no such thing. This Nigerian media, they like to misrepresent facts. What I said, they want to now use it as a way to say that I was insulting someone. You understand that I have gone out of my way to insult someone when I've never insulted anybody. I'm just telling the Nigerian youth what it means to be nominated in the Grammys. For you to be nominated means your body of work. Your work. An album with your name in front of it. When an album with your name in front of it gets nominated, that is your nomination. If you win on that album, that is when you have won. You, an artist, as you, the artist. And that is just the truth. I cannot say I'm saying that, but when you live in a country where people have made millions from lying, when you live in a country where people have made billions from lying, wow, the truth must feel like an insult to somebody. They must want to shape your truth like you are insulting somebody. No, don't get me wrong, I'm not explaining, I'm not explaining because I think anything. No. Explain, okay. I'm telling you people so that you know what we are facing in this country. So that you know what we are facing in this country. We are facing people we are supporting that are deliberately trying to destroy us. Should I repeat? You are facing people in this country that are deliberately trying to destroy us, and we must identify them. We must identify them. You understand what I'm saying? Now, even if, let's even say that I was saying somebody won Grammy. Let's even now say that's what I was. I mean, let me explain something to you people about music. Let me tell you this about music. There can never be a best musician. Music is not sports. Music is not athletics. Music is not competition. There can never be, and there will never be, the best musician. You see, when you look at charts, top 10 charts, award shows, all this kind of nonsense, when you look at it, this is how capitalists control what they ought not to be able to control. You see, as soon as the capitalists began to be able to make musicians feel like they are in competition with one another, that music is a competition, the capitalist suddenly has an opportunity to benefit from their art. Music today is no longer about who is the better musician. They say, oh, who has sold the most, who is getting the mainstream. The person getting the most stream cannot even play piano, cannot read music, doesn't know anything about music, right? But he's getting the most stream. Does that make him the best musician? No. Music can never be seen from, I am best, you are worst, I am best. That's not how music is. That's not how music is. That is for sports. That is for athletics. That's why you cannot gamble on music. There's nothing there. There is nothing there to do. So when all these people start talking all this dumb shit, you have to understand where it's coming from. You have to understand where it's coming from. What I do is say, I pass information to the people. Finish. What it means. But because these people have been, these media people, they've been lying from, creating sensationalism when there's no sensational, just trying all their fucking possible best. Fucking idiots. Then they bring rubbish to tell the people. Let me tell you the most two influential musicians in African music. When it comes to black music, two musicians are the greatest. Two musicians are the greatest musicians. You understand? You see, I did not use best too. They can never be best. But two musicians are the greatest musicians that ever lived, that ever existed when it comes to black music. Black music. You understand? My musicians, all my 13 musicians, they all received participation trophy from the Grammys. The Grammy sent them a letter about their nomination. The Grammy gave them all the pin and everything too. They are all my band members. When you release any album, every name that appears on that album, gets recognized. You get a recognition. Everybody. Everybody has their what was it called? Recognition. Even everybody in my band. Does that mean it's everybody in my band that owned the album that got nominated? No. Doesn't mean that, but they were part of it. And that's what it means. They are part of it. That's all it means. You know, so I don't even want, it's not an issue. People bringing that up. So now, my father, Fela Seun Kuti, probably the greatest, most influential artist that's ever come out of Africa. Bob Marley, the greatest, most influential black musician ever. Not one single nomination, not one single award. Not one single nomination, not one single award for both Fela and Bob Marley. So what are we going to say? That Fela and Bob Marley are not good musicians, are not great musicians, they are not the, if you want to use best. These people never got. So musical success is relative. Musical success is relative. They never got a nomination. So why are we looking at all these things for as, was I insulting my father too? These senseless bloggers trying to create conflict where there's no conflict. Did I insult my father too? Because my father never won, my father never got. But you people want to create conflict. The southern media is hell-bent because now, you know, all of you believe that they've used their media, the southern elites, because, you know, they are more educated than the northern elites. They don't go to school, they don't learn the ways of their western masters. They don't learn the ways of the western masters. And all the people on my page, they still call me again. Say, I don't want, this is not an issue of arguing who has won Grammy or not. My page is not a page for you to continue your rivalry. I'm not interested in your rivalry. I'm trying to explain to you why your rivalry is not necessary. We live in a country, you know, where we got no light, no water, no food, no education. Listen, if our media reported the deaths that happened in our hospitals every day in this country, the way they are reporting all this, oh, headsmen killed 20. 29 headsmen kill Abi. 29 headsmen kill Abi. 20, I'm telling you that maybe 1,000 children all over Nigeria have died just today in hospital, not on the street, already in hospital. Die because their mother don't get money for drug, die because doctor negligence, die for many reasons. You can never hear this newspaper say reporting these deaths to us every day accurately, explaining it. Going there to talk about what are you, who caused it, investigating it. They will never do that. They will never do that. Because what they want is constant conflict. Constant conflict among the people. Constant conflict. And that's what they push for. That's what they try to achieve, and they do it to everybody, especially when you don't support them. Especially when they know that they cannot use you for their nonsense. So whatever is happening in Nigeria today, I want people to know. You should check out, I don't know if people know this lady, Kedara Ahmed. She's a big journalist and publisher, owns her own radio station and everything. She did a little video, doing a little video talking to her fellow journalists. And she's the only woman that caught my sentiments perfectly when it comes to the Nigerian media. She put everything happening in this country today directly at their doorsteps. All of you are making noise, following people with personal interest. And you have internet. When that's why I don't give a fuck about social media. I'm telling you people. You have all the information in this world in your hand today. But if you are listening to some idiot, instead of you to investigate by yourself what's going on, you can investigate by yourself, man. What's going on? So I've realized, just in these 2 days, I realized really well that the Nigerian media is hell-bent on creating conflict. They've been paid by their masters within and their masters without. You people need to understand that our media, both these social media platforms that people think are independent, are carrying out people's vision. All these social media blog sites, all these things that you people follow, you think all these things you do, you think is normal. Trust me, they are somebody's vision. And this vision is against your well-being. It's against your development. It's against your growth. So whether you like now, you are carrying whiskey on your head, carrying Burna Boy on your head, everything on your head. Trust me, fam. That is what, until you begin to carry yourself on your head, until you begin to carry your own self on your head, you will never have sense. You will never know what you're supposed to do in this country. You continue complaining about Buhari, but you don't know what to do. You don't know what to do to counter Buhari. You won't know what to do to counter him. You will stay there. Before you know, your life don't waste finish like your father owned before you. You understand? It is these same media people that sat down to insult fella for smoking Igbo all his life. All they talk about my father, smoke Igbo and chase women, smoke Igbo, chase women, smoke Igbo, chase women. Today, this same media, all Nigerian artists are smoking Igbo and chasing women. Why are they not using that as the narrative of those artists? Why is the chasing of women and the smoking of Igbo not attached to every artist? Because now we all do it openly. Some musicians have 8 children outside. They never even marry. At least my father married these women. He married them. 27, he married them. We don't marry these girls anymore. We just, they porn, they fuck all over the place. Smoke, Igbo, all drugs. Everybody's taking drugs. Me, my MDMA don't fool my head. Everybody's taking. Different MDMA is small. We are still in the small league. We are doing amphetamines and weed. We are in the small league. Small league. Drugs everywhere. Media is not calling everybody drug head and smoking Igbo and chasing women. It's not their name. It's not their name, but it was Fela's name. Why was it Fela's name? Fela only had 6 children. I know some artists that have more children than Fela. And they are not even 30 yet. They're not 30. I know some that have more children than Fela. They are not even 40. I know some that have more, Fela, only 6 children. Them are born. 6 children. Now look, is it their name? Is it their name? No. But my father's turn, constantly. All the same artists, their parents too were insulting Fela that time. Now their children have plenty women, smoking Igbo everywhere. Are they complaining? Are they not chopping the money? When their children bring that money home, when they chop it, they'll chop it. This is the Nigerian media for you. This is how you have to see these motherfuckers. I thought there were a lot of things today to say about this, and I don't want to forget anyone before I close the live. I have very few points, but I want to make sure that I make all of them one by one, before I leave the live. So here we go. Here we are in this country. So me, I understand. And I see clearly. I see clearly that this country, the southern elites of this country are even worse than the northern elites that they want us to hate by force. Because all these newspaper and everything that is making noise and complaining about northerners is owned by southerners. And let me tell you something. This country is shaped by the narrative of the media. It's shaped by the narrative of the media. It's obvious. And when you look at the pattern, the clear pattern, we don't give a fuck. There's none of them will not gang up against me. Just because they cannot control what Seun says. Just because Seun doesn't collect money to say what is in his mind. Just because I'm independent, I own my thoughts. I own my mouth, I own everything. I'm not like them that they've been bought 10 times over. You cannot read one single Nigerian newspaper except The Nation that belongs to Bola Tinubu. If you read The Nation, you will know. That's one, and they just stick to Asiwaju agenda. The rest is who can pay for it. Anything they like. This day, Guardian, Punch, you cannot see any clear ideological reasoning in their reporting. You cannot see any clear ideological reasoning in their reporting. Whether they're reporting for the nation or they're reporting against the nation, you don't even know. Are these journalists for the betterment of Nigeria? You can never tell. One would think that if somebody is reading the newspaper, you can tell what they are about. You can never. You don't know. You don't know what is going on. You're just there reading atrocities that is misrepresented. People are being misinformed. Everybody will collect envelope. The last but not least are the so-called Yoruba Nation people that want me to join the Yoruba Nation by force. When I can see clearly that the Yoruba Nation is carrying their Yoruba Nation is carrying the shackles of imperialism around his neck, still want to carry the shackle of imperialism into the future. I say, I no do. And I will repeat to all young people that want to take time to listen to what is going on in this country and make informed decisions. One can be against Nigeria and also be against wrong solution. If we are going to divvy up in this country, if we are going to divide this country, the first step is not dividing this country. If we really want to divide this country, the first step is not to divide the country. You want to know what the first step is? The first step is for us to sit down and determine how our nations will be self-sufficient. Without that conversation, you are trying to be like you are going to be Somalia. Have you seen Somalia? That is where you are going, direct to Somalia straight. No break. No break. No break, oh, if we try it without being self-sufficient. Let me tell you people, do you know how the Igbos lost the civil war? You see, if you study the civil war in Nigeria, you will understand how Nigeria can be fixed immediately. During the civil war, there was arms embargo on the Easterners. You know, the federal government used crude oil, promised crude oil to the British, promised crude oil to the French, promised crude oil everywhere, to the extent that everybody was okay, fine, no more arms to Nigeria. The federal government had already stockpiled a lot of arms. The fucking military government of Nigeria had packed arms, you know, all their colonial, they had a lot of arms. But the Igbo people did not have their own arms, a lot. So when the embargo, you know, this is how Westerners behave. They are picked. They want Nigeria to win the Biafra. But they will act like if they are neutral. Oh, we don't have favorites. We want them to determine by themselves. But you know what they did? They knew that by putting arms embargo, they were already handicapping the Igbos. They know, say, Nigeria already has more arms than Igbo people. So when you put an embargo like that, the one that already has more arms is at an advantage. Is at an advantage to the one that doesn't have. You know what the Igbo people did? Do you know what the Igbo people did in the face of this injustice? They became highly innovative. And that for me, it is the solution to Nigeria. That as soon as they didn't have the option of looking out for help, the Igbo people during the war became highly innovative and they were kicking Nigeria's ass, man. They created all these weapons, different armor tanks, different bombs. These people kicked Nigeria's ass up and down the place. Nigeria was going to lose that war. But you know what Nigeria realized? Nigeria realized that the Igbo people of Biafra were not food sufficient. That the Igbo people of Biafra did not feed themselves. That the food that the Igbo people ate came from outside. They say, your food is coming from outside. Oh yeah, block the whole goddamn border. Seal them in. It was a war crime. It was a heartless decision. These people immediately blockaded the Igbos and created one of the worst famines that this world has ever seen, killing over 1 million Igbo people by starvation only. Starvation, not even by bullet, just hunger. Hunger. Then they kill them. So now I ask, 40 years later, 50 years later, are the Igbos now food self-sufficient? Do the Igbos have their own way of feeding themselves, so that these same tactics that defeated you 50 years ago will not be used to defeat you again in 2021? They say, no, I'm a coward. When I ask the Yoruba people the same question, because I know that all the pepper, and Yoruba cannot live without eating fucking pepper, man. All the pepper we eat comes from the north. What are you going to do? They say, I'm a coward. You see, this is the kind of mentality, carrying the horse, putting the horse in front of the cart. Putting the horse in front of the cart. So we break up from Nigeria now. What happens? We can't get pepper. We'll start begging for aid from America. We'll start begging for food. That way they used to send food to Nigerians in the 80s from Thailand. Go and hear Fela's song now, Originals of Our Head. I was begging for food all over the world in the old Nigeria in the 80s and 70s and 80s. We will start our new nations begging for food, begging for aid, kneeling down, then crawling to America and World Bank to come and help us. Abi, that's the new nation you want to live in. Abi, do you know that? Do you think you just wish rice out of the ground? Do you think you can just wish rice? Just sit down in your house and wish mango out of the tree? Takes time. Takes fucking long time to grow it, to make sure that it's great. It takes time. Anybody in this world, as one told us, you can quickly couple weapon. You can make them gun now. Arrow, anything. Weapon can be made. Tools are easy to make. Tools are easy to make. Yes, I see Big Ben is all about trade. So what kind of trade do you want to have when you are at war with everybody in your border? What kind of trade? What kind of trade do you want to have? You want to trade food? Food is what you want to trade. You cannot trade. Any nation that has to buy its food will crumble. Any nation that has to buy its food will crumble completely. Any nation, I repeat, that has to buy its food will crumble. It will crumble. We must be food self-sufficient first. We must have the conversation. Why must it be by conflict? This is what I keep asking our so-called leaders that are in front of everything, making noise every day. Why must it be by conflict? Why must it be by mortgaging the lives of African people? We never die rich. We never die rich. We never die rich. We don't die rich now. We won't die more for waiting. When these people can, what is going on here is nothing but ego. Pocket your ego and fucking discuss. Talk to yourselves. Talk to yourselves, because I know that even if the Yoruba nation break up today, the Yorubas themselves will still fight among themselves. The Yorubas will fight among themselves. Igbo will fight among themselves. Hausa will fight among, because there will be scarcity. There will still be scarcity. So yeah, that's it, man. Fuck all the haters still. They always want to go out of their way to bring good people down. If you want to bring me down, wait for me to fuck up. Wait for me to do what you used to bring me down. Be patient. No man is an island. No man is perfect. If you are patient, if you even have sense, watch. Maybe one day you will see something to actually say about me to bring me down. Don't make up things. Don't go and look for lies. Don't go and try and why are you going out of your way? Who is paying? That's why I know that they are paying you. When the blog will not say Seun is nominated for a Grammy, but the same blog will quickly go and bring out what I've not said to make it look like I've said it. So we know that there are intentions there. It is personal. It is personal because they know that among all of us, among all of them, Seun is the only one that they don't see where all of them go and sell their soul. They don't see me there. They are jealous that I can say what the fuck I want to say to anybody at any time. While they have their tails, when they see their masters, their tails are between their legs. They cannot straighten their back. They are hunched. They cannot beat their chest like men. That's their problem. That's why they hate me. Seun is arrogant. Seun doesn't better. Seun not the because Seun can beat his chest. Seun can say fuck you to all their masters. Seun no send it. So they hate me because of that one. Because of that one, they are looking for a way to make you think that I'm like them. Oh, don't mind it. Yeah, I'm not perfect, though, definitely. I know I'm not perfect. I'm far from perfect, and I'm not even seeking perfection. Seeking perfection is a stupid quest. How can you be a perfect person? It's impossible. There's no good person. There's no bad person. We're all in the in-between, trying to find our way in this fucking world. That's why I tell people that nobody can judge me. No God, no anybody. Judge me for what? For what? So God can sit down in heaven. God can sit down in heaven, drinking milk and honey, enjoying his life. Angels are singing to him day and night. He put me in Nigeria, in this country. He put me here. Knowing very well the kind of people he put here. Snakes, lions, tigers, rats, cockroaches, wolves. He knows the kind of people he put here. And here I am, navigating, trying to navigate my life through all these kind of people, all these kind of bloggers, all these kind of haters, everything. Me, I just did trying to navigate. Then one person will now judge me for how I try to navigate all these bastards he puts in front of me. All these snakes, fucking snakes, fam. I'm here trying to dodge snakes, and you are trying to judge me. Please. Please, 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 please. And more, please. I ain't perfect. I'm out here trying to navigate an imperfect world. How can you be navigating an imperfect world where you are perfect? Is it possible? It's impossible. So you fucking haters, you know, that you, as I've realized, majority of the Nigerian bloggers are now the job of the media is to tell the truth. Case closed. Go and tell the truth. So that people like me don't have to do your job for you. The job of the media is to inform the youths. Tell the truth, inform the youths. So go and inform the youths. So that people like me don't have to do it for you. You understand? So one will not do it for you, you'll not be angry. You'll be angry. Looking for a way to now drag the person down by force with you. Fucking assholes. You know. So me, I don't believe in all these things you people believe in. Judge me. Who? God's son was Jesus Christ. It took you people 33 years to kill him. 33 years. He didn't do more than 33 years that don't kill him. Boom. I'm 38. I'm 38, fam. I am 38. Don't you understand? I'm here still navigating. Anyway, that was it for today. So I just to readdress the haters. Everybody was asking about the last post. You know, the answer is not the truth, but for some reason Instagram is not letting me post that video. You know, I'll try and launch when I launch my podcast, I'll launch a YouTube that I'll put all these videos and people can go back and watch them. You know, for my fans here in Bird's Eye View, I can give you a little expo. I already have a YouTube page, Seun Kuti on YouTube. It's a page, but I've not made it popular. I've not started like growing it, but I'm just trying to load it with content, small, you know. So y'all can be the first to subscribe. You know, Seun Kuti YouTube. I've not yet blown it up. Shh. So thank you everybody for joining this live. You know, and let's understand that we are the people of Nigeria, and everything is done against us. As the people of Nigeria, you must begin to realize that all our institutions are against us. All our institutions are against us. So once you can understand this and understand that the agenda of all our institutions are anti-people. When you understand that the agenda of your media is to lie to you. See, after that news yesterday, I write song yesterday for my new album called Lie Like Medicine. Lie Like Medicine. I have to realize that, you know, the lies, man, that it's lies that run this country. Lies is the fuel of this country. Truth is the enemy of this country, and only truth can set the people of this country free. So once you come and tell people one truth like this, you become the enemy of all institutions. You become the enemy of the media, you become the enemy of the education, you become enemy of the religion, you become enemy of the politicians, you become enemy of the banking institutions, you become enemy of all the institutions in this country if you tell the truth in this country. Finish. They try to turn people against you, they try to turn young people against you. You know, if they were not trying to turn people against me. They know that Wizkid has his loyal, crazy fans that don't want to hear anything. Why did they say Seun say Bankuli has not won Grammy? Because Bankuli, Bankuli too is among people that got recognition for his work. Why didn't they say Seun Kuti says Bankuli has not won Grammy? They didn't say Bankuli, because they don't say none of them will talk for that one. None of them will just let her slide. You feel me? Because they just want conflict. Oh, this man is telling you the truth. You must hate him. When my father was doing it, he smoke igbo, he follow women, he wear pants, he smoke igbo, he follow women, he wear pants, as if that is anything. They made it into something by repeating it, 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 until it became something. Until it became something. Until it became something. And they've started it in my life too. They've started it. When I was 15, I can never forget, when my father just died, because all these people thought that Fela's band was going to disappear with Fela's death. After Fela's band died, and they realized that Seun kept going on with Fela's band, listen, there's nothing, no like, as Seun was taking drugs, Seun they take drugs, Seun they smoke. I was 15, I didn't smoke weed till I was 21. That's why I didn't even used to drink. So there we go. We must understand that only the truth can set Nigeria free. And all the institutions of Nigeria are against the truth. Because they are run by liars and they are run by lie. They are run by lies. You understand? They are run by lies. Finish. So be careful. You, ma, all of us, be focused. Let's see what we're doing. Let's see what we're doing. Thank you very much. Let's do this. I'll see you guys on TPP. TPP is on Friday. Don't forget that shit. Somebody should stop painting my nails. I can't go and tell Snoop Dogg to stop palming his hair. And all these your gangster rappers that you love, to stop loving niggas and hating hoes. Then let's talk about this, my finger painting stuff. Ciao.